Hey guys, it's Mary and I'm back again with another plan with me for you guys. This time for the month of January into the new year. And yeah, I'm just gonna get started. Like I mentioned in all of my other plan with me's, I will be linking everything that I'm using in this plan with me down in the description box below. And I will also have it on screen for you guys. I'm sorry my hair kind of made its appearance in parts of the video, not all that much, but I'll try to be better at doing that. So right now I am creating or outlining the theme for this month, which is mountains in the night sky with stars. You guys won't see the stars until a lot later in the video. That's because I wanted to incorporate stars a lot later. So yeah, there's that. So you can see right here I'm using my brush pen and my Sakura Pigma Micron pens. I don't know the exact name of the brush pen. Again, I will leave it on screen for you guys and in the description box if you guys are interested in using any of those products and planning with me. And I'm going to be using, because this theme is just black and white themed, I don't really use a whole lot of color, or I don't use any color at all. So my best friend here is the Sakura Pigma Micron pens. So I'm just switching different thicknesses throughout the entirety of the spreads. So right here we have the grades spread, and I'm making 3 of these for the three of my classes that I will be taking this semester. So you'll see me only doing 1 spread because it's pretty redundant if I do it all 3 times. So to keep it kind of short and give you guys the gist of what I'm doing, I'm just showing you 1, I guess, iteration of the spread. Does that make sense? I don't know. But anyway, so I'm using the Muji stainless steel ruler to create these lines. Rulers and basically a pen are your best friend if you're starting out bullet journaling for the new year. If you guys want to get into that, I totally recommend. It has basically this entire year of me bullet journaling has been like the glue to my life, because I write everything in my bullet journal now, as opposed to like writing it on my phone, and I would forget to check my phone. So just writing it down kind of instills or ingrains the things that you need to do in your brain better, so you can better remember what you need to do. Anyways, getting sidetracked, back to the bullet journaling spreads. The dimensions for this is kind of wonky, at least for the first iteration. The second and third iterations, I kind of fixed that. But the first iteration, I put the first assignment box or assignment category to be a 7x1 box for the title of the assignment section, and then a 2x1 and a 2x1 for the percentage and the grade for that assignment. And I cut it in half because I want to consolidate a lot of my grades, hopefully into 1 spread, if that's even at all possible. And for the other side, it's a 6x1, a 2x1, and a 2x1, and I will be following that particular format throughout the rest of my iterations. And here we have the brain dump. So basically it's a blank page for anything and everything that you kind of want to put down. Like if you need to have a reminder for something, if you need to do something, a quick jot down would be the place to put it down. And then here I have the mood tracker, and I'll explain more a lot later because I do point out like the stars. So I'll explain the function of my newfound mood tracker, if that makes sense. So I'm just using a chalk marker and just drawing the mountains on construction paper. I basically measured out approximately by holding part of a piece of cardstock construction paper to my bullet journal and kind of marked down like where I need to end. used a paper cutter and trimmed off the edges with a pair of scissors. So really easy, really simple if you guys want a simplistic mood tracker but kind of has a little bit of emphasis, and this obviously ties in with the theme of mountains in the night sky. Then next we have the habits tracker. So this is the typical run-of-the-mill my life in a bullet type of habit tracker. Sorry, getting a little bit excited because this is like probably my third or fourth time redoing this voiceover. I know Gio's gonna be mad at me and he's gonna say like, oh, why didn't you do like a 1 minute thing? I did a couple times and it did work, and then when I went through and did the voiceover again, it went all wonky and turned out pretty weird when I finished and heard the first couple minutes of the recordings. So hopefully attempt number 5 is an okay attempt. But anyway, back to the habits tracker. I have the numbers lined up, numbers for the days of the month lined up, and then the dots. I kind of want to fast forward it a little bit just to make it a little more like to the point, I guess, if that makes sense, because I don't want you guys just to sit there for another like minute or two just to see me draw all the dots in. And my sister actually recommended that to me, to like not include footage that has repetition in it, because then it would be kind of like repetitive and boring. So I hope this new format, and that's why the video is a lot shorter than normal, because I think normally my videos are like 18-20 minutes long. So I hope you guys appreciate that. And then we're moving on to the monthly spread. So this is the part where I redid the title page, but up in the upper left hand corner, the left side of the spread. And then I also filled in with a brush pen the days of the week boxes, and I have the quick notes on the side and the video plan down below that. And that's basically going to be my video schedule. So every month I will try to incorporate this video plan so I can be on top of things, because that's what I really want to do for the new year, is to be on top of my video planning and video scheduling. So as you can see, I'm drawing little stars right here, but now looking back at it, I really wanted to do the mountain range so it would be more fitting to the theme, but that's okay. Stars are more simplistic and kind of add a little bit of an accent, so I guess it's okay, but like I would rather have mountain ranges. But you know what, I'm not gonna white out the entire thing just to do a mountain range. And then I went back and used a Zebra Sarasa white gel pen because I couldn't find my Sakura jelly roll, but I did later in the video, and you guys will see the more opaque version of the days of the week later on in the video. And then we're moving on to the weekly spread. So as you can see, this is a more fast-paced weekly spread because, again, I wanted to not do a whole bunch of iterations of me just drawing circles and lines and whatever. And then we have the final quote page, the last page of the monthly planning. So I took this quote, even light is treasured more when there is darkness, and I don't know exactly where I found it or who wrote it, so if anybody has a clue as to who said this quote, be sure to help me out and comment down below so then I can give credit where credit is due, because I don't want to take other people's work, obviously, and this is not something that I would probably be able to make up on my own as a quote. So much help would be appreciated. And I'm going in with a 1 millimeter tip 1 millimeter tip Sakura Pigma Micron pen, but again, I will also leave that all on the screen for you guys and in the description box below. I have to keep reiterating that because sometimes I think some people, like I know in other YouTube videos that I see with other bullet journalers, they do reiterate that. But yeah, so there's that. And then I'm using a brush pen to color in the night sky or to make a brush effect. At first I wanted to make I wanted to take a piece of construction paper and try to make the night sky and write with the gel pen this quote with the same font style, but I realized the brush pen might do the quote page a little bit more justice, just so it looks more artistic, I guess, in that way with the brush strokes and whatnot. I thought at first it would be kind of messy, but now looking back at it, it looks really cool. And that is basically it for my January plan with me, and this is going to be the final flip through of January's planning. So as you can see, we have the title page with the opaque January and the stars. Here we have the finished grades trackers, one for each class for me. So in total it would be 3 grade trackers with my really crappy whiteout job. That's okay. And we have the accented grades header with the little stars, as I had mentioned earlier. I wanted to make it a little bit more, make it simplistic, but at the same time have it tie with the theme, if that makes sense. So I had the font match, I also have the brain dump right there. Moving on to the mood tracker, and this is where I get to explain to you guys exactly what I'm doing. So whichever day that I'm drawing for, if I'm having an off day, I'll put a dot. If I'm having an okay day, I'll probably put an asterisk, and so on and so forth. And I don't really know the whole key for that yet. I will probably figure it out when I go through the mood tracker. And for the habits, here I have my sleep tracker, my meditation tracker, my exercise tracker, because I want to track my progress and try to get fit for the new year. I always say that, well, not always. I say it this time, but I probably won't keep track. Hopefully I will though. I have the book for reading 30 minutes a day, and then also a drop for drinking enough water, and a YouTube logo for me being able to keep on track with my YouTube stuff and my channel stuff. It doesn't have to be editing, but it has to relate to my channel, like doing stuff for social media or all that jazz. So like video planning, storyboarding, stuff like that. So yeah, that is my finished habits tracker for you guys. And then up next we have the finished January monthly spread. As you can see, the days of the week are even more opaque. I also put a line for each of the divisions for the month, or the days of the week, and we also have the quick notes, as I pointed out in the video plan that I mentioned earlier. You see me blur out one of the videos that's gonna come out, because I actually made a mistake on that. I'm going to plan on making that video be scheduled to upload a little bit later, so you guys will see that in the near future. And then I kind of wrote in what some of my important dates are. Obviously this has nothing to do with my location and whatnot, so I'm more than okay to just have that shown to the public. And then here we have the final weekly spread with 1 week allocated to one side of the spread and another week for another side. And then we have the weekend split up into 2, as you can see, with the bar indicating the different days. And then here we have the final quote page. I absolutely loved how it turned out. I use a jelly roll pen to complete the stars to give it more of a pizzazz, to pay homage to the theme for this month, mountains and the night sky. So that is basically it for this month's plan with me, and if you guys enjoyed it, be sure to hit thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and I will definitely catch you guys in the next video. Bye!